Hello everybody and welcome to Primus Gaming. I'm Primus or Manu and welcome to my very first video on this channel. And it's exciting times indeed because it's Trading Post Day. Well, it's not quite Trading Post Day because it's October the 4th by now actually. And yeah, but we are going to take a look and do a little review on the current trading post that we have for the month of October. I thought, what's a better way to kick off this channel than with reviewing what we get. So without further ado, let's see what this little tawny sea braid dwarf has to offer this month. Yeah, we're starting off strong. There's been a bit of, I'm not sure if it's right to say a controversy, but this is a big seller. So this is a banger of an outfit. They really outdone themselves this time with this, in my opinion. I mean, look at the details, look at all the stitches, all the ropes and everything for belts, and the straw coming out of the boots here and the hat. I think this looks really, really cool, and it probably looks cool on any race and any character. I think this is a great outfit. I'm not sure if I'm going to buy this, however, because as you can see right now I have only like 1,000 tenders. I have some other things that I know that I want to buy, and I'm not quite sure if I'm gonna have the tenders to spare, to be quite honest with you. But it looks great, but it's kind of situational in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. The next great thing that they have this month, in my opinion, this is a very great looking mount coming straight from the Maw, from the Shadowlands. it looks like it's like something that you would win from Torghast, and I think it looks absolutely phenomenal. I'm going to buy this mount. I'm not sure if you can relate. I'm gonna wait until I'm done with my traveler's log before I buy anything. That's like a little habit that I developed over the course of the trading post. So yeah. But anyway, I think this looks very great. I think this gives off Hans vibes of the Addams Family or something, I don't know, man. It's very fitting. It's a very fitting mount for October and for the entire Halloween thing. Very, very great choice on Blizzard's end here. 750 tenders. I think it's okay for a mount like this. It's of course a steep price, but they don't want you to buy everything at once, so that you have to make a choice, and FOMO is a thing, but I think it looks cool. And for me as a mount collector, it's well worth it. Now, next up we have the Harvester's Claw, and I think this looks great. I think this goes along well with the Ragged Harvest Golem, and I think they created these with this transmog set in mind. However, I think you can make some great transmogs in the style of Edward Scissorhands or Freddy Krueger. Like if anyone sees this video and makes a transmog like this work, it would be so great if you could send me a screenshot to see if I'm right about this. I think you could make some very fancy transmog. Try it out. I'm not going to buy these because they are a little too expensive for me. I have some other things in mind that I'm going to buy, and I'm not one to burn all my tenders. So I'll just buy what I want, and I'm going to save up the rest. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, one of those parasols. Too bad you can't see a preview for these. I don't even have one of them. I don't think. I never got around to get one. It's something that they came up with in Shadowlands as well, I think. I didn't play a whole lot in Shadowlands. I focused on other things during that time. And yeah, next. A Shalewing pet. Only recently I discovered the fun of doing pet battles every now and then. I'm not a great fan of buying pets and using traders tender thingies for them. I'm not that much of a pet nerd though. So yeah, there's that. But it does look great though. It does look great. If it was a mount, I wouldn't even be sure if I'd buy it, because we already have like 3 mounts this month. Anyway, let's move on. And here's something that I will buy this month. I think this is a very great looking weapon. It looks very savage, very raw and dangerous and stuff. So has a very much some sort of, you know, barbaric kind of feel to me, in my opinion. And I don't know, for some reason I'm kind of thinking of a challenge mode weapon, but I do believe I might be wrong there. I'm not quite sure what weapon I'm thinking of that might have been similar to this one in the past at some point. It counts as a polearm, but you know, it looks like a very large axe in my opinion. It's a hell of a polearm and hell of a weapon anyway. I mean, the details look really cool, like all those ornaments, these runes or whatever, and those spikes on top of it. I think this weapon looks very mean and like it could, you know, do a lot of damage, and I think there will be a lot of transmogs where it fits very well. The aesthetic is great, and it only costs 150 tender, so this is 100% for me. I really enjoy this one. Looking forward to buying it. Next up we have the Airy Battle Mace, and this one's a callback, isn't it? Can't make up my mind if that's from Wrath of the Lich King or from Cataclysm or something. I sort of feel like Halfus Wormbreaker or something. I don't know, man. It's been too long. I know that a similar model like this did exist at some point, and I feel like I have a mace that looks somewhat similar, but even if I do, then that's then it's not as high quality as this one. You know, the quality of the graphics is very great here. It has nice details here on the heft. You can really see it's wooden. Then you can see a lot of you know, little ornaments and everything. And if you could zoom in somewhat further, you could even see it has some dents on it. And I don't know, man, it looks super good. Perhaps I'm gonna get one of those. I'm not sure. It looks great though. They do look great. Perhaps even freeze worthy. Well, let's go, moving on. Yeah, these things. I never understand why they put these things up. I mean, they do look cool, but I feel like we have a lot of those in the base game, so to speak. Probably not as high quality as these are. They look decent. They go along with a lot of transmogs, in my opinion. They already go along with the one that my character here has, and I think it would be a decent choice for a weapon. It looks pretty cool. The way, you know, the colors and everything, and the way she swings it and wields it. I think the size looks very realistic and believable too. In contrast to something like this, where you think, okay, you need one hell of a gun arm in order to carry this thing, even, you know. Anyway, I think it looks cool. These hammers, I like them, but it's not usually my first go-to. However, so the next one is another one, and I think this one looks a little better than the obsidian one. More detail, is it? Let's see. Let's compare these two. Yeah, slightly more detail. This one has much more color in it, and it has some blood sprinkles, and it has rings on these spikes. And overall, it's a little brighter, and it looks just a little more believable, in my opinion. It looks pretty cool. So if I have enough tenders to spare, this might be on my list, but it's not going to be a priority. Let's move on. A tabard. Yeah, like these tabards, I really like them. They look very I don't know, realistic, but I'm not a tabard person, you know. I usually go for outfits that don't use a tabard. I think it would be a waste if I bought one of those. So let's move on to the next. Let's not waste any more time. And we have another set of maces. These ones look cool as well, but if I have the tenders to spare, I might buy one of those. If I had to choose between the dark iron and the airy battle mace, it's easy. I would take these. They look much better, in my personal opinion, of course. Next up, we have an ensemble. I usually always buy them. I mean, I missed out a few of those because I took quite a lengthy break from World of Warcraft, and I missed a few of those. I think like 2 or 3 or something. I don't know. But I think they look awesome. I have many of those, and I'm actually using them. What can I say? Great detail. It looks very believable, and I think they are always received well. Like, you see them a lot, especially if you play on RP realms. You see people using them a whole bunch, and this fits. This is like a fitting option to these things as well. They always go well together, so it's a easy choice and a no-brainer at this point. So if you have like the 100 or 200 tenders to spare, just grab it, mate, and we're all gonna be and we're gonna be fine, you know. This bow is something that I'm probably not going to take. Like, I usually don't go for bows because I'm not playing a whole lot of hunters. This bow is a callback to the Sunwell raid. I believe the original one is yellow or gold and red, I think. I want to say. And yeah, these particular two bows seems like they are leftovers from last month when they did the entire Horde and Alliance theme with the red and black and gold and stuff. So they look alright, but I'm just not a bow person. Like, I play hunters very rarely, and I know I'm going to this is going to bite me in the ass when I do play my hunter. And I'm gonna be like, dude, you have so little bows. Why didn't you just, you know, pick one of those? Oh man. Anyway, next up, yeah, we have these gloves. I think they're well done, but I'm not using them a lot. I'm not using a lot of outfits where you would, you know, put on these, where you would put these on. But they're well done. I like them. I'm probably just not going to buy them. Same with these things, with these sarongs. I think they look very great. They are cool, and I've seen a lot of RP outfits, and people make them work quite well. But I don't know, man. I'm just not a person that uses these things a whole bunch. I like them. It's just not my style, you know. Just not my style. Whatever, you know. So coming up next, we have scythes. We have scythes. I'm sorry, man. It's early morning for me. Very early morning. And yeah. So I think these look pretty cool. They count as a one-hand axe, and I think there's a lot of characters around that could use them quite well. I do feel like a warlock could make good use of it. It looks pretty warlocky to me, and very Death Knight-like as well. So I probably wouldn't use them on my warriors, of which I have many, or, you know, on paladins or anything like that, unless you're going for something like a dark paladin theme. Quite fitting to the entire Halloween season, though. And yeah, I think they look pretty neat. You don't have a whole bunch of these in game, do you? I'm not quite sure. I feel like there's like one or two of these models, and if they are, they're probably quite rare. So, you know, just to give you more options, it's a pretty nice idea. Only 85 tenders, you know, depending on your point of view. I'm not sure. I'll see what I do when I'm done. And next we have one of those shoulder capes. I'm not a big fan of these shoulder capes in general. I've got to say, it doesn't look very natural in my opinion. But I know there's a lot of audience for these. I've seen them a lot in certain outfits, and, you know, why not? Why not? If you like them, you like them. It's just not my kind of style, honestly. Not my cup of tea. Like, as you can see, my character, I'm much more simple than that when it comes to transmogs. I'm not one who's into epic transmog outfits with, you know, with a lot of armor and stuff. I just like it plain and simple. It's just the way I play. Same with this one here. The white one looks pretty neat in my opinion. Looks very official. I could see like some sort of I don't know, general officer, whatever, you know, something high ranking wearing one of these things. It's just not my thing. Just not my thing. Moving on. Wow, this is going well today, is it? We have a lantern, an offhand. Yeah, this is an easy skip for me because I don't play a lot of classes that use these things, and I could only imagine this on a mage or priest, and I'm playing neither. It doesn't look bad in my opinion. It's just not, you know, aesthetically fitting to the transmog choices that I, you know, would do. Anyway, let's move on. The simple ebony wand, yeah, like wands are also something that I don't really need. So these things are an easy skip for me always. Like, I haven't seen one that looks special enough to actually use my tenders on. So ugly black boots, like these type of boots, man. These type of boots, they give me a headache on a regular basis. They do remind me on the boots that you get from the trading post. What am I saying? not the trading post, but the trial of style. You can buy some boots that look sort of similar in shape, and I do believe they're not even ugly. I think they look pretty cool, and I see a lot of outfits working with it if they weren't this big. I mean, look at this. They look like she forgot to, you know, actually to actually tie them or something. Like they always look so big, these type of boots, and I don't get why they do it. I mean, like the only races I could imagine actually wearing them and making them work so that they look like regular boots are male orcs and probably male night elves. I'm not even sure. So I don't know what they are thinking, man. Blizzard, are you listening? If you are, please make them just a little more tight, you know, around the ankles. You know what I mean? I don't even think they're ugly. I don't even think they're ugly. Maybe if you wear rope or something like that, you know, then and you don't see this part, then they are okay. Well, I don't know. I think they look great. I would use boots like that. Yeah, if the boots were a little smaller or a little more tight, you know, then they would fit great. So probably same for the next pair. Yeah. Oh man, they look great. They're not even ugly. Why are you calling them ugly, man? Warm and cozy and highly sought after. Yeah. If they weren't like this, if they were just a little, if they would fit a little more smoothly around the shins here, pretty high, aren't they? And then they would be an easy buy for me. It's like 40 currency here is nothing. Well, anyway. And now the reason why this month's trading post had a bit of a controversy. The Swift Zebra. Holy moly. They did it. They put the very first reward for Recruit a Friend into the trading post for 550 currency. And yeah, some people were kind of mad about this. And while I usually enjoy a good server drama and, you know, community drama, I usually just kick back, relax, you know, grab some popcorn and watch the chaos unfold. In this case, I have to say, man, wow, that's a big step. I'm leaning towards the opinion that they really shouldn't have done this. I mean, I get this is a very special looking design, and it's only for this particular mount. I've never seen another mount that looked like this. I mean, they did have, you know, like unicorn sort of mounts later on, but none that looked like this. And for the time where they came up with this, it was so unique and so great looking. Like, wow, man. It was the Recruit a Friend reward, and I believe that the people who actually did this, they deserve their special mount, and now basically everyone can have it who has like the 550 tenders to spare. So it's really understandable that they stirred a bit of drama with this. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's a little sad for those who did the Recruit a Friend thing and gotten this as a reward, and now everybody just, you know, runs around with this. I'm not even sure if I'm going to buy this. It's pretty pricey. I mean, I might be freezing it for this month actually and see what they have in store next month. And if there's nothing that I want to get, then, you know, this would be an easy pick. Let's not dwell on that though. Let's move on. We have the Caged Eye of the Watcher. Nothing that, you know, works for me personally, but like the aesthetic is great, and the moving eye always is an eye catcher. No pun intended. The Caged Eye of the Watcher. Yeah. So, like, I don't know, man. Looks cool, but it's not my thing. Parasol, yeah, you've heard the story before. Same with these. They look cool, but I'm not sure if they are going to be for me. And we have another shoulder cape. Yeah, looks pretty neat. And the other two are things that I have already. Yeah, I have these. I've never used them though. Never. I can't even remember buying them. I hope I didn't burn a lot of tenders for these. Yeah, I don't know, but they look okay. Yeah, and this actually I did use last Halloween season though. I actually did have a character that I used the broom mount with, and I used this hat, and I used the cat that sits on your shoulder. the feline familiar or something I want to say. And yeah, it's great for a witch outfit, and it's going to be cool for, you know, some sort of mage outfit. I do believe that the head is a little too high on the head. I think they should have made it so that it's a little deeper into the forehead, at least so much so that you don't see the hair anymore here. It looks just as if it was sitting a little wrong, in my opinion, though. And these are this month's choices. I do believe there are a lot of very great things, and I do believe there are a lot of weak things to choose from. But I believe, in my honest opinion, I believe that they do this on purpose so that it's easier for you to choose something like this, for example. It feels like they want us to buy these, in my opinion. Or, you know, the other mounts. Wasn't there another mount? I do believe there was another mount that was at the trader's tender. Let me check quickly. Let me, sorry sir, let me go. Yeah. I didn't see this one. Did I miss it? Wait a moment, please. Oh. Oh, okay, they made it so, is it the same one? Yes. They made it so that it's the last reward for the traveler's log. Ah. I feel like it's been in here before, wasn't it? Or am I crazy right now? Am I crazy? No, I believe they changed it. There was some patch, I believe, 1 day ago, so they might have changed it. So yeah, this is the trader's post, the trading post for this month. If you made it this far into the video, thank you very much for joining me. I guess the next step is going to be actually going for all the travel points. And yeah, what can I say? I would be happy if you joined me for next time when we start earning these points, and I'm trying to make it as quick as I can. I'm going to try and find out how to quickly obtain these, even though it's usually a no-brainer. For me, it's usually I just play the game and at some point, like, I get all the points. But I wanted to make it a challenge for myself to earn these as quickly as I can. And I would be happy if you joined me for that next time. And if you made it this far, first off, thank you very much for being here for my first video. And I would be happy if you gave me a thumbs up, a like, or a sub. And I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I catch you next time. Bye bye.